Everybody has a podcast.
Yeah, baby, yeah. What up? Welcome into the show. 9:33 in the place to be. Episode 159. Hope all of you guys had a good weekend and week out there. We got Monday Night Football tonight, folks. Oh, it's a goodie. 2020 Jets and Buffalo. I know some of y'all is watching that right now.
Monday night, Grant Mills. Monday night football, the Bills, the Jets, Grant Mills, Jay Wiggy. Look at that in the end zone. Oh, he missed. Good game, man. This one's actually a little tighter than I thought it would be. You watching right now some Monday night football?
Yeah, man. I've actually been checking it out. I didn't think this was going to be a good one, but turns out it is pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. Very, very good game. Like I said, this year in professional football is probably the first season. You've kind of turned me on to professional ball. I know you've been a fan for a minute, but I started watching when we started doing pick'ems, and now I'm actually kind of invested into watching it. I enjoy it. It's been good, but for some reason it seems this season the games are a little closer in pro ball, almost reminiscent of college ball. So I enjoy seeing that. That being said, a great weekend. Lots to talk about. Lots of football, obviously, to go over. The good, the bad, the ugly. But Grant Mills, how are you, sir? Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear you again, man. I didn't do too much this weekend. Just kind of low-key, hung out, and try not to really do too much. What about you?
Yeah, same. Didn't do a whole lot. I'm off this week. I'm excited. I wouldn't say much of a vacation, but definitely some much needed downtime away from the work grind. So just kind of chilled. We ran a 5K Saturday morning. That was fun. Kind of the local 5K. We did that. That was good stuff. Got some Halloween decorating up. Little family stuff this weekend. Sometimes you need that, but man, this today went back down. This is the third time I think in 6 weeks I went back down to South Alabama, fishing, exploring. For some reason, man, that area I like it. It's been calling me. So day one of like I said, I guess it's a vacation, downtime. Just went down there, explored a little bit, saw a gator again in the water. Cool stuff. And man, just trying to get out, So looking forward to a nice, calm week away from the everyday grind, my friend.
So what do you got going on for the birthday week?
I'm trying to think, I just getting some stuff done around the house. I treated myself, like I said today. I took my nephew down to South Alabama, did a little fishing, exploring Old Cahaba, which is the first capital of Alabama. It's an archaeological state site park, something like that. It's really cool, though, right on the Alabama River, where the Cahaba River meets, man. Tossed the line in a little bit, and then a little alligator came and kept following it, so that was not a good idea. So we just explored, man. We had fun, drove around, checked out some cool sites, history stuff. He likes that. I like it. That was fun. The rest of the week, we have a concert to go to Wednesday, Asking Alexandria. That'll be pretty cool. And yeah, really just, man, trying to sleep in a bit, do some things around the house, hang out, chill, taking it day by day, my friend. Nothing planned, and I like it that way.
But also, does the old battle axe have to work this week, or are y'all taking the whole week off together? Got half the week or something?
Yeah, she got half the week. I think starting Wednesday, half day, I think. So, yeah, kind of a half day, man. We got stuff to do. By the way, a doink on the goalpost. You don't see that.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Don't see that too much in the pro ball. Whew. But yeah, man, I think both of us need some time away from work. Man, it's been a grind. It's been busy. And want that downtime. Catch up on some stuff around the house, but I don't also want to just strictly do stuff around the house. That's not fun. I want to get out a little bit and explore.
Yeah. What
about you, though? Just chilling this weekend? Nothing over the top, hanging out?
Man, no, man, not really, dude. It's just been kind of low key. I didn't really get into much. I should be doing more shit, man, but I don't know. Just not really been doing too much, man. I think next weekend or this weekend I might get out and do something. It's a lot cooler now, so I don't really. I might get out to George Wald and maybe throw the frisbee at the chains and see how that goes.
Yeah,
and so I need to do that. I need to get out and do something. So
yeah, let me know if you get out any this week towards the end of the week or anything, man. I'm got some days off, chill time. I've got little things to do, but I also want to make sure I enjoy the time to myself and get out and really treat myself. Because I never do it, man. I'm always going to kid functions or trying to entertain or something like that, man. I like this downtime. So this weather has been really nice. Still warm today, but definitely not the same warmth we've had all year. But I think we get that cold front coming in Thursday. God, I'm excited about that.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for a cold front, my friend.
Hell yeah. Me too.
This fucking hot-ass weather out that's been going on. It's not cool, but I mean, it has cooled off a little bit, just not too much. I did get into some anime this weekend. I think I told you about Wicked City. I just happened to watch that, man. That is some freaky shit. It's an old anime movie made back in 1987. It's kind of cool because it's got like a lot of neo noir, kind of like film noir. It looks like it's real dark. And oh man, it's fucked up though. Like it's totally fucked up. Crazy shit.
Was it streaming? You found it online, you watched it, and
Prime, yeah, it's free, but so I don't watch it, and man, yeah, it's really freaky. It's good though. It's not like a lot of the shit I kind of we talked about it before. Not a lot of it I can watch, but usually the older shit seems like to me is better than some of this new stuff. But I haven't exactly tried to get in on a lot of new anime, if you will, or not even a lot, period. So, but I am kind of looking at some stuff. It's kind of cool. For you drummers out there, if you get on YouTube, you should definitely check out. I don't know this guy. I got a fucking El Estepario Cyberiano. Oh man, this dude is fucking ridiculous. Like he does drum covers and shit. Dude, I ain't never seen no dude like this. He's crazy as fuck. He's good. Check him out. He's ridiculous. The cool thing about him, if you know anything about drums, so my last kit, I had a double pedal, and it was a double pedal, 2 pedals. This dude had a fucking single pedal with a double kick on it and a fucking switch. So you switch off of it single, you switch on it, and it's double. So that's crazy shit. And he was like playing this fucking song. Oh man. So he's got a fucking, since he's just got the single kick, he switch off of it, you know, your single switch back on double instead of just having 2 pedals. Dude, that's hard, dude. I can imagine doing that shit.
That sounds hard. Did you send a video in our group chat with this guy?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so, but I should have. He's pretty awesome.
I'd like to see it. I thought you did, man. Maybe it was something else, or maybe it was someone else. I've got another friend, Matt Zach. He's a drum fan. Maybe he sent something a few weeks ago because he drums as well. So I've seen something recent. So that sounds cool, though. It sounds tough.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude's unbelievable. He's like does a lot of this one-handed shit too, like
damn,
playing one-handed. So definitely worth checking that out if you fucking like drums out there. Man, have you seen this fucking Tesla robot shit?
I have seen it, man. What do you think about that?
That's freaky, dude. I'm freaked out.
Yeah, world's going crazy, man. That's why I'm getting into this small southern living, the old days. I'm finding
we got to get the homestead up, man.
Hey, that's what I'm down there looking, man. I really am. I'm kind of finding the little areas in the neighborhoods I like. There's something appealing to me about that river down there that goes into the ocean, being 2 hours away from the ocean, the homestead, the freedom, the quiet. I never thought I would say that. You asked me that 15, 20 years ago, man. I'm all about getting out and shit like that. But nowadays, back to you with these robots and shit, man. This is getting too much for me, man. Maybe I'm just getting older and the technology's too much.
No, man. I mean, this is like something out of a fucking movie where they fucking. It's like Elon was saying, dude. They could be conscious and do that crazy shit. I don't think it's out of the realm of a possibility. If, especially some evil fucking motherfucker put a script in there to like, you know, kill all humans. I mean, I don't put that past sick fuckers out in the world now. Or like he said, they become self-aware. That's what I think is the real danger. But also fucked up ass humans just trying to fuck up civilization in a whole. But definitely that's fucking freaky, dude. Oh man, yeah, I was looking at that shit and just kind of like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, if you watch it, man, and you see ChatGPT, for instance, which I actually use a lot, the AI for work, it helps me kind of proofread my letters, make them better structure. I think it's worth it in that regard. But if you actually go down a rabbit hole with it and you actually talk to it, man, that thing's talking back. And remember, we're in the very primitive stages of AI. Granted, you know, we've had stuff like that, you know, as long as we've had computer programming, right? Right. But now with actual AI that's actually thinking on the fly, so to speak, you know, mimicking conscious thought, right? Right. You know, I think we're not too far away from a Terminator 2 episode.
Yeah. That's exactly what Elon said. And also, man, it's gotten a lot better than it has been, dude. I mean, I think it just did a fucking Justin Bieber song. That's actually pretty good. I was listening to it the other day. I was like, damn, dude. Like, if he came up with this shit, like, it'd do pretty good.
Yeah.
So, man, that's fucking freaky.
It's insane, man. I don't trust that shit. So I'm with you. I think that's one of I want to go back to that just easier pace of life. We need to do that, man. I like having something on the books to get out and talk about. We need to find a day to get the boys out again. You know, Jarvis, Mustard, a couple of us, maybe get a cabin and go old school and get the old bonfire going, some steaks on the grill, some nice whiskey and cold beer and just shoot the shit, man. Put the phones down for a minute. Go out to a place where there's no fucking cell phone service, man. I can do without that shit for a couple of nights.
I hate that shit, dude. I never thought I'd be like that. I hate that shit. I mean, if you look at back in 99, I remember 1999, nobody had a fucking phone for real, dude. Like,
I don't know.
You might have had a fucking flip phone, but I mean, you didn't ever use it really.
No.
Like now, dude, everybody's attached to the phone. I've been even guilty of it, dude.
Yeah.
So it just fucking sucks. To be honest with you, it's the fucking total fucking degradation of society. It's going downhill. Like people are stupider, and it's just, it's depressing. So all that shit is fucked. You got total stupid asses out here, man. I can't even. It's like man. I don't know. I don't even know. You can't even really do anything about it either, because I mean, you don't hold back on technology. It keeps going and going unless it's unless something happened to where it was like a real movement and people really understood. But I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna keep getting freakier and freakier.
Yeah, it's already got to that point where it's extremely freaky. And man, you spoke a mouthful, man. I'm guilty of it. I find myself going down those rabbit holes where I'll look at one thing and, hey, I need to look up this information, a recipe for Greek yogurt or something or whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm looking up the Greek, civilization 2000 years ago. And then it just keeps rabbit holing for hours and I get lost. And I don't like that, man. I want to be in the moment. I don't want to lose track of time. I don't want to waste time. I feel like sometimes it eats up my day. And I'm a lot more guilty of it than I want to be because I try to be, a little outdoorsy or a little fit and stuff like that. And then there's days I bitch about not having the time that I want to do the things I want to do. And then when I actually look at what I've spent, 15, 20 minutes on, an hour sometimes, it's like, motherfucker, dude, I could have been actually doing shit. What am I doing? Looking up this needless nonsense information that I don't need to know this shit. I don't. I want to get back to, being in the moment with the homeboys and stuff and being outside, man. And I think that's really kind of given me I don't want to say a renewed sense of purpose because that's not true, but it's revitalized me being outdoors much or going away from the big city and the cell towers and stuff like that. Maybe that's what I find so appealing about these rural areas lately. Maybe we need it, man.
Man, maybe the Amish had it right all along.
Shit, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Hell yeah, man.
Oh man, I think it's
hairy bushes and all.
Yeah, man, hairy vag. Oh, I don't know about that. That shit on the sides really gets me. As long as you can kind of keep it a vertical, slim, maybe but no, the fucking bushiness, I can't do that. There's some things I'm not going to compromise on. But
true,
as far as that goes, I think it was way better when we had just the flip phones. It was basic. You had some computer stuff, but it wasn't too crazy. You we're still getting out and having fun and not tied to a phone the whole time. That's not really how it was because the phones we had wasn't like little computers so like they are now. It was just basically a basic necessity in case, you had car trouble or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But as time moved on, you had the fucking greedy motherfuckers, which I mean, it is what it is. It was going to go that way anyway, but you found a fucking market for what it is now, and it's just always going to go that way because of time, my friend, and the motherfucking smart people that's just fucking manipulating our lives pretty much. I think there's a lot of shit at the top as well. There's a lot of shit that a regular motherfucker ain't gonna fucking really know. You listen to fucking stupid ass gangster rap, which I used to be a fan of. I still like it, but you didn't really look at why the fuck is this like this?
Right.
It's a few motherfuckers sitting up in a fucking mansion somewhere, thinking about how to fucking really fuck up society and one particular segment of society at that to promote this bullshit and then basically bring money to them, also bringing a lot of money to a privatized prison system and basically making fucking slave labor out of a large fucking demographic of people. And that's really what it is. It's not anything else. So a lot of evil out there that we previously didn't know about, but now with fucking a lot of shit now, man. And some of that is the internet that's actually exposing the evil, of course. And, it's like old boy said, a lot of shit's going to come to light this year and beyond. And so what do you do now? What do you do then? When the mask comes off of the fucking evil, how do you fucking broach that? How do you fucking deal with that?
Yeah, it's a good question. The internet's almost a necessary evil in some capacities. It's just as humans, we don't know our limit, man. We've warped our minds, and that's one thing. We talk about training and physical conditioning, man, but there's a lot to say for mental conditioning too, and how quickly we've changed the trajectory of how we condition our mind. For years, man, we were not capable, and we're still not, of taking in all this information as quickly as we do. And people want to talk about, ADD, neurodivergent and all that shit. Most of that self-diagnosed bullshit, dude. But I mean, a lot of it, man, years ago, not even 15, 20 years ago in our lifetime, you didn't have to process all this shit so quickly. You didn't have the capability to look at this shit up so quickly. You didn't have all this on your mental plate every day because you didn't have access to the information. That was fine. You had a couple of things you did every day, and that was it. That's all you needed to do. But now you can take on so much more, and your mind's not equipped for that. Our minds have not expanded that. We're gonna have them big ass, brainy, veiny heads in a couple of years, and it's gonna be grotesque. It's not gonna be a good look because we keep conditioning our minds to take on more and more and more and more. That's gonna cause anxiety, man. It's gonna cause a lot of stress. It's gonna cause early deaths. Lots more for people that can't contemplate that shit. Probably suicides. It's not healthy. It's not mentally healthy, man. You need the fresh air. You need to give your mind a break, like you need to give your body a break from conditioning too. So it's a lot to digest, man. That's a deep dive that we went down, but I think it's one that's well talked about. And I think every avenue we talked about, these robots that we see, getting outside and taking a deep breath, man. I think it's much needed discussion.
Definitely is. I think a lot of the conspiracy theories that we thought were totally outlandish back in the day is not so outlandish now.
Yeah.
Because part of it is that evil you could get away with it back then, and now people are a lot smarter. There's a lot more information out there, but at the same time, I think they said you can only use so much of your brain. If that's the case, I think it's different with everybody, but mostly maybe that is the norm. How would you unlock the other whatever percentage of your brain that you can use? And then if you did, how would that be?
Yeah.
How crazy would that be?
Yeah. Did he doink another one? He did. Wow.
Oh my God, he's fired.
Yeah, he's using half his brain right now. See if he would listen to the podcast and use his full brain. Yeah, he's fired. That's a pink slip, man. That's two missed, and it's not even two missed field goals. It's two doinked field goals.
There's piss.
Yeah, I don't blame him, man. He got him down there. Watch this. That was the earlier one, right? And then he. Oh God, I can't even watch it. I'm embarrassed for him. Hey, asshole! I'm making 700,000 league members. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to segue away from me, but yeah, man. How are we? I think it's a good conversation. How also do you get away from that, man? And I'm trying to, do the things we've talked about. I need to get outside more. I need to put the phone down more. But man, for you and I, it's kind of easier. This will actually be another talking point when we get into Alabama football. But it's easier because we've been there when you didn't have it so good, or as we think, quote unquote, good. So you and I, products of the 80s. 90s, we know what it's like to live life without a phone, right? Know what it's like not to have the internet, right? But these kids growing up, man, nowadays, they don't know what it's like to have to be outside and to knock on a door, to talk to your friends, and to call on a phone, not knowing who's on the other end. And, so many people don't even call on the telephone anymore. The fuck? Yeah,
man, you can't just, like back in the day, dude, we used to have to go and get encyclopedias and shit, dude. Those are obsolete.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk to a motherfucker nowadays and told them what that was, they look at you like you're crazy. They used to have door-to-door salesmen that sold them motherfuckers. Ooh. And shit, you'd have to go to the library if you couldn't afford a set of encyclopedias and go in the reference section. And so life was different. I think it was better. We got too much blind leading the blind as far as the internet, because you got a bunch of fucking fake shit out there. So that's one problem.
Yeah. And people eating it up, hook, line, and sinker. This last hurricane, you saw so many AI generated images. One with a fucking Disney's Pluto in the mascot mascot costume at Disney World with a life vest on, carrying a child to safety, and all these old people, family and friends that I know, they're 50 plus. Probably even 60 plus. I think all of them were, sharing this picture. Like, this is what's happening at Disney right now. Dude, listen, motherfuckers are flooding Walt Disney World. The guy in the Pluto costume is not keeping the costume on and putting a life vest on to rescue fucking kids. And they're sharing it. And I'm like, what happened to critical fucking thinking, man? I think you and I are actually at a good generation because we're young enough to recognize how powerful the internet is and these AI generated images. On the other hand, we also recognize the dangers being on it too much. So I think we have the right level of trust and distrust, where I think the old people have the wrong levels of trust and distrust, man. They distrust Facebook, but they put those stupid disclaimers on there. I do not grant Facebook to use my images. All that bullshit. And then they're sharing pictures of a fucking fake Pluto with and I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. They've got it backward. They've got their trust and distrust the wrong way. They say they don't trust it, but they still utilize it in a weird way. So, and the younger generation, man, is almost all trust. They put their, they know they're not fooled by these stupid images, but dude, they're still going to use it anyway. So I don't know, man. I think it's a wonderful conversation to have. It'd be a great conversation to have over steaks, bourbon, and some friendship.
Yeah, I guess it's just all about being happy, man. And how do you do that nowadays? Yeah, there are a lot of people that's not happy, that have families, that have, quote, the American dream. They're not happy, they're miserable. But there are people that are happy, that do have the American dream. And also there are people out there lonely, that live alone, that aren't happy. And then it's also there are people that do enjoy that. So, and there are people that go around in an RV and live life like that, on the go, like always in a different place, or like, just what are your options? I think a lot of people are in a situations where they can't really change, especially if you have children. I mean, I think it's a good thing to have kids, though. Don't get me wrong. I think,
sure,
it is good, and that you should do that. But at the same time, not everybody should. That's totally evident by some stories we're hearing in the news and whatnot. So I don't know, man. It's a complicated situation, and just really, how do you even find happiness in the new world, especially at the rate it's going, man? I think you got a lot of people in power that want to make us slaves, basically. That's what they're doing right now. That's what they're trying to do. I noticed a lot of weird shit that, like, if shit that's being censored that's not normally censored, like the word rape or porn or just shit like that. That's not technically a bad word, but it's getting censored, right? And like on like YouTube and shit like that. It's like, when did this shit become a bad word? You know what I mean? Like, no, dude, it's not a bad word. It's simply a word to describe, fucking something that's going on or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, man. It's like the walls are closing in and they're trying to fuck us up. So, seems very odd to me. Very, very odd.
Yeah.
So,
that's a good way to put it, man. The walls are closing in. They don't want you to think free. It goes back to reliance, man. I think even Mustard was talking about this. They don't want you to be able to. And again, man, I'm not speaking from a farmer or a self-proclaimed survivalist. That I'm not. I mean, I know a little bit about a little bit, but if you threw me out in the woods right now, I don't think I'd be prepared. But they don't want you to do that. The power that be wants you to be reliant on the government teat, where you don't, know how to live without relying on someone else. They don't want you to have. I mean, look at solar, for instance, man. I mean, why can't you just have your own? You got to pay taxes to have your own land. Even after you paid the land off, you still have to pay property taxes on your own land that you own, supposedly. Well, then if you want to do, say solar in a lot of municipalities, you can't do that. They stop you. Or you got to put it on the grid to sell it back to the grid. Some shit like that, man. There's always this bureaucracy. They want to fuck you up, man, because they know it, man. When you're a will or a cog in the wheel in the cog, however it goes. You're in the rat race, basically, man. You're supporting and holding up that whole system. We elevate that 1% of 1%, man, not even the 1%, the 1% of 1% elites. And we hold that up, man. It's a wide umbrella, but if everybody went back to the days where, they took care of themselves and things like that, they weren't putting money back in there. They didn't have to rely on their bullshit, dude. They farmed and harvested and all that shit. Dude, all that would collapse. They don't want that. They need you to work. They need that call center labor. They need that manufacturing labor, man. They need that cleaning labor, that construction labor. Yeah. It all goes uphill, man. Shit all goes uphill. It's a big organized crime is what it really is. But man, deep dive on a Monday already. 9:30 in the dirty. Ooh, yeah, we got a philosophical up in this hoe.
Speaking of deep dives.
Real trap shit.
You're real critical of them players. I'm gonna make me think about you.
What up, Wiz?
Wiz.
Pretty good, man. What's up with you?
I almost didn't make it tonight, y'all. I was just fucking tired of falling asleep on the couch watching this game. It was pretty good. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired.
I got you, man. Sometimes that happens. Good to have you in. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I just I got out a little bit and did some shopping. And, it wasn't too bad. Did a little fishing too. I got out in nature a little bit and get back to see you.
Okay, that's good, man. That's probably what a lot of people should be doing, man. Getting back out into nature like we've just been talking about. That's a good thing. So, awesome. Well, we did hit a little bit of a deep dive there, boys.
Yeah.
In other news, I did have sex with a girl this past weekend.
Oh, did you deep dive with her? Thank you.
That was maybe a small to medium dive, but anyway, she was so ugly, her shadow resigned.
Oh.
Oh, dude. I know that feeling, yeah.
It happens.
All right, yay. Man, Buffalo down there at the red zone. Oh, damn, Josh Allen. He's such a good quarterback. I don't know what's going on with Dallas this year, man.
True, they got hammered.
Did he sign a new contract?
I don't know. I know they got hammered, though.
Man, he sucks. What's wrong with Jerry Jones? Idiot. I ought to fucking cut Dak Prescott 2 years ago.
Yeah, man.
He's not good. He's only made it to the second round maybe one time, dude. He's not good. He's not worth 100 and something fucking million.
No,
I think
God.
Extended, but at least I'm gotta look this up, God, man, what the fuck, dude? No other team would fucking pick him up, dude. So I don't know what the fuck is Jerry thinking.
Yeah, hate being that guy, man, but there's very few quarterbacks that are even worth close to that, and he is not one of them.
Yeah, dude, like, what is wrong? And he's been there for, goddamn, man, it's been almost 10 years. So I think, he just signed a 4-year, $248 million contract.
God damn.
Wait a minute, let me see. Is that right? Yeah, no, 4-year, $240 million. Yeah, okay, so 4-year, $240 million contract, guaranteed $129 million at signing, $80 million signing bonus, $60 million a year. This dude's not worth it, dude. Oh my God, not worth it. So he did sign an extension. That's 2024 through 28. Dude, I'd fucking cut his ass. I'd have cut his ass and went and got. Dude, you could do good with fucking signing a fucking. I'd have got Joe Flacco, goddamn. I mean, shit, dude. What the fuck? He's better than Dak fucking Prescott.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot better option, man, than him. Yeah, man, I mean, he's kind of wore out his welcome, dude. I mean, I don't know a better way to say it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's no more scaling up for him. You're not going to get better. You're going to get worse. So try something else.
He's been there since what, 2015? Oh, I don't even know.
God, that's that long? Yeah, I guess so. That's got to be around the 2015 through 2021 seemed to blow by for me, man.
Yeah.
Can't remember a damn thing about any of that shit.
Hey, man, time seems to fly once you get into your 20s, and then like it just goes by really fast.
Yeah, there's a weird. There's something to that. I can't remember what it was, but there is something to why that is what it is. Why that happens as you get older. It's all I can't remember. It's fuck. I can't even explain it. I'm gonna try though. It's almost like your experience, like when you're a kid and everything's new to you. As you get older, like when you're 5, the year seems long. You remember as a kid, you're waiting for Christmas. It seems like ages. And when Christmas comes around, man, you're like, oh my God, it's gonna be another year, and it just seems like ages. But as your life gets busier and as you have that experience more, you've had, now 6 Christmases. Well, now you're 12, you've had 12. Now you're 18, you've had 18. Your years almost become routine. And, when you have something that's in a routine, man, it goes by faster. Kind of sucks, though. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah, it kind of is depressing.
I'm here to start your week off depressing about killer robots and why time you're zooming towards your inevitable death. Have a good week, guys.
Have a good week, folks. And so he's been with the Cowboys since 2016. Yeah, and so dude, he ain't never even sniffed the second round. I think last year he might have got to the second round of the playoffs, but they got beat. I mean, okay, he's not a Josh Allen,
right,
or a Pat Mahomes. Those guys deserve those contracts.
Absolutely.
This dude, I don't know. Jerry Jones is a fucking idiot. He shouldn't have been. He's making decisions. I mean, they're just bad decision making. So then they're going to keep being bad until he fucking dies, because he's not going to relinquish any control. We knew that back in the Jimmy J days. So that's why Jimmy J left, because he was a stupid fuck. He's like, I can't take this shit.
No, I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, coaches are controlling, man. I don't. Your job as a general manager is not to fucking coach and do all this shit. That's for the coach and the staff that the coach hires. Okay? So, don't be an idiot. But some of those guys, man, like the high-powered Jerry Jones and them motherfuckers, they just want so much control. They want to have control over it all. Well, look how it's fucking been, bitch. You haven't had a championship since what? 96, 93? I don't even know. Somewhere there. In the 90s, okay? And it hadn't been since. So, I don't know.
It's always amazing to me. You see that a lot with Collins, particularly Auburn. Really not trying to shit on them, but that's, by all accounts, the problem that they have down there is, the people and powers that be want to control what the coaches do. And that's not your job, man. It's easy for you and I to have those conversations on Saturday after a bad game and what we would do, man. But realistically, if they call me tomorrow and it's like, you know what, motherfucker, you think you know the defense better than this motherfucker? Come on down and set up the defensive scheme for the week and get ready for this game. Man, I'd be like, I'm sorry, homie, I didn't mean to say shit.
I was like, no, that's why if I was an owner, I'd hire a motherfucker that knows how to do that shit, but I wouldn't fucking, get in the way of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got to. I mean, I think at some point, man, you've got to make owner decisions. But you also got to let, the coaches make theirs too, or take their feedback. Not to say they don't make bad decisions. Fuck, dude, it's sports, dude. There are tons of bad decisions. But I guess I'm going to say I'm not in a position to probably make a ton better.
Why would a player ever come into Jerry Jones' office to get cut? That's fucking stupid. You go to the coach. Coach does the cutting, dude. Like, what is this? Like, you should not even be there like that. Your fucking job is to fucking make money, and he's done a damn good job at that. I mean,
yeah,
I think worth $5-6 billion. So, but like guys like that have, I guess, a different mentality about it, and so I could understand it, but it's not good. Yeah. Obviously, by the results that they're having on the field the last fucking 20 years, so or longer. So hell about it. Cut that Prescott. Go get fucking. I don't know, man. You could go get any veteran quarterback. I'd get a veteran quarterback, and then I'd look at the draft. And I'd have that motherfucker sit behind him, and we'd be straight, because you got problems with fucking, like, These quarterbacks they're putting straight into the fucking offense like that, like out of fucking like Bryce fucking Young, and then it's Young, dude. They did him dirty, dude. I don't think that's his fault.
No.
Is he a little undersized? Yeah, but okay, that's not. He doesn't have an O line. It's his first year. You didn't sit him behind a fucking bona fide bro. I mean, look at Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. You have fucking Jordan Love. He's doing good. He sat behind Aaron. Yeah, same with Aaron Rodgers. Sat behind Brett Favre for a couple of years. They don't need to be going out here getting straight into the fucking pro game. They need about 2 years to sit behind a fucking veteran and then let him go out there and fucking do that. Because it's a hell of a transition.
Yeah, man. He will be a good quarterback, Bryce Young. I genuinely believe that. He's got to get in the right system. Nick Saban said that as well. And I mean, it really is what it is, man. I mean, a good coach and good coaching, you should be able to find the players that benefit your system, man. I mean, elite generational quarterbacks, and there's very few, have all the tools to make a team great and can work in almost any environment. But that's few and far between. And even that quarterback will not work for every team in the professional level. You might can get away with it at the college level. You can't do it at the professional level. You can maybe be good enough and work for most teams, but not all of them, man. And that's even, like I said, the elite level.
Yeah, he just kind of got screwed with the timing and everything. I mean, had he been, let's say, drafted, 10 years ago or some shit, let's say he went to a team like the Saints, set behind Drew Brees or something like that, maybe he'd be a different quarterback. But that's the scenario that I think most benefits a new quarterback in the league. Same thing with Mac Jones. I mean, didn't he play his first season? I can't remember if they sat him for a year or not. But
I thought he played his first season. I know he was pretty, he had awesome feedback. He
got fucked too because he had a DC in there that was fucking an OC for some reason. I don't know why they did that in New England. And then, the whole thing was just fucked up with him. And now they've kind of written him off. But he's in Jacksonville now. I hope he gets another chance because Trevor's not doing too well. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see, everyone. But
it's almost 2, man. And, before we move on, man, it sucks because if you finally get your chance and you're Mac Jones, you're going to be ancient, and then there's going to be some new blood coming up in the draft that they want to look at, man. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. What a great career to even be a backup quarterback, dude. I would love that. I'd be a backup fucking punter. Put me on 10, 12 years. Don't let me have to do shit. Travel with the team, get the benefits. I don't have to deal with the fame and the bullshit that comes with that, but I get the checks and the, glory of being on the team. Hell, I'll take that all day.
Yeah, and, it could be a situation to where somebody gets hurt and he's in the right system, he gets put in and boom, that's happened. Yeah, I mean, look at what's that fucker, Nick Foles, is that his name? I don't know if that's
I think so, yeah.
So he won a Super Bowl with, god damn it, who was it? The Eagles.
Eagles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so they caught lightning in a bottle on that one, man.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, he's out of the league now, I think. But, he's a Super Bowl champ, dude. How many people get to be a Super Bowl champ? Even good quarterbacks sometimes don't. A lot don't. Dan Marino, he's never won a Super Bowl. I mean, there's countless fucking really good quarterbacks that's never won a Super Bowl, right?
Right.
So, and then you got fucking some of them that suck that's won a Super Bowl just for being on the team, like David Carr. He's got a fucking Super Bowl ring, dude. And his brother sucks. Fuck you, Derek Carr, bastard, fucker.
Yeah, we know you're listening, motherfucker.
Man, he's probably fucking his hot ass wife out there in his mansion. I can't fuck about what my dumb ass is, but as a disgruntled Raiders fan, fuck you. So,
hey asshole, he calls in and said, "I'd die."
Oh man, well, he's got the good life, and he does. I will say on the other side of that, okay, yeah. I hate him, and he's a fucking shit quarterback. But I mean, dude, that's a hard game, and if he's good enough to make it into the league, well, he deserves all that, because there is a certain degree of amount of work that you have to fucking work ethic you have to even get in the league and stay there, because I think the average is 3 or 5 seasons for an NFL player. So okay, I'll grant him that he's deserves all the money and shit because you put your fucking life on the line out there. All right, fine. You're still a bitch ass, and I hate you. Fuck.
I hate him, and he's a shit quarterback. Oh, man.
He is, man. He's like a fucking Honda Accord. He'll get you to a certain spot, but, well, no, you know what? He's not even a Honda Accord. That's a very dependable car, actually. Those can go to 300K miles. He's like a fucking, oh, man, I don't even know, dude. What's a car that's kind of shitty?
Man, oh, God. Ooh, a Pinto?
Yeah, he's like a fucking, I don't know, a Ford Fusion.
Oh, yeah.
To a certain point, but man, he ain't making no fucking Super Bowls. He's not going deep in the playoffs. It's like an Andy Dalton or, these kind of journeyman quarterbacks. But now Andy Dalton's a fucking backup. So I think that's as good as Derek Carr could ever be as a serviceable backup. He's not bad. He's just not the one. He's not the man. He will never fucking go deep in the playoffs. And you will never fucking go to the big dance. You won't. You won't do it. Not with him. Sorry.
Not happening.
It's just not meant to be. So, well, on that note, let's get into some fucking news, everyone. All right, man, what's been going on out there? I know there's been a lot of news and whatnot. Now, we don't really focus on everyday news because you can get that anywhere, and I guess you could get odd news anywhere, but we still try to get more of these obscure news stories and some video game stuff as well because, well, we love video games here at the show. Let's start out with a little Xbox news. Xbox Game Pass will soon get a feature it first announced years ago. Listen by Ethan Gack. Xbox Cloud Streaming for games you own begin testing next month. Xbox Cloud Streaming for games you own begin testing next month. All right. First announced years ago, the ability to begin streaming games you own on Xbox but that aren't a part of Game Pass will go into testing for insiders beginning in November. It'll add another meaningful perk to the Netflix-like subscription program, letting players stream games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Elden Ring that they own but aren't a part of the existing Game Pass library. That's according to a new report by The Verge, which says the expanded Xbox Cloud Gaming feature will go into live tests for members of the Xbox Insider program next month. It's not clear which games will be a part of the first wave, but presumably at some point in the future, a good portion of players' digital game libraries will be accessible over their cloud, mobile devices, laptops, and PC gaming handhelds, at least if they're an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. This functionality was first teased back in 2020 as part of the Project xCloud beta, but wasn't part of the final launch version. Microsoft again teased that cloud streaming would be expanded to games outside of Game Pass near the end of 2022. What we're excited to share later this year is our intent to roll out the ability for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members to play from the cloud, select games they already own or have purchased outside the Xbox Game Pass library. End quote. Xbox editorial head Will Tuttle wrote at the time. That never materialized either. 2 years later, it sounds like whatever technical snags or other problems or previously interfering have finally been smoothed over and Microsoft is ready to begin expanding Xbox Cloud Gaming in earnest. That initiative would be coming alongside a recently announced move to begin selling Xbox games directly inside of the Xbox app on Android devices following a court mandate against Google, as well as a recent price increase of the price of a Game Pass Ultimate subscription from $18 to $20 a month. This new version of Xbox Cloud Gaming would bring it much closer to NVIDIA's GeForce Now, which lets users stream PC games they already own to other devices, including less powerful PC hardware that wouldn't be able to run those games natively. The biggest difference is that NVIDIA currently offers that perk as a part of a free subscription tier, albeit with notable caveats like lower resolution and time sessions. All right. Also, boom. There you go. I don't particularly find this useful for me, but maybe some like really nerdy motherfuckers are like that. I just don't. I wouldn't have a use for that. So there you go. On that note, little video game news for you. Remember Tetris?
Love it. Great game.
Oh man, I was gonna have that on my Game Boy, man. I think that was one of the games that it was actually came with back in the day.
Hypnotic music.
Well, new Tetris collection contains over 15 versions of the classic game Tetris Forever. Includes versions of Tetris from the Game Boy, Apple II, NES, and more. This one's by Zach Zween. Digital Eclipse has revealed the full collection of Tetris games included in this upcoming Tetris Forever collection. Announced in August, Tetris Forever isn't just a collection of past Tetris ports. Not unlike other recent Digital Eclipse releases such as Atari 50, The Making of Karateka, the game will feature an interactive timeline that lets you play through each game in order of release, offering historical context and illuminating how the iconic block driving game evolved over 40 years. It also includes a recreated port of the very first version of Tetris developed in the early 80s by Alex Pejdanov for the Soviet Union's Electronica 60. It sounds like a perfect package for all you fellow Tetris nerdos out there, and now we know all the games included in Tetris Forever. You looks like you can. Oh, there's a video clip of this on X. So check that out. On October 10th, Digital Eclipse released a full list of Tetris ports and spin-offs included in the collection from that previously mentioned OG version of Tetris and the beloved Game Boy version to Hatris Bombliss. It's a pretty large amount of Tetris history, all playable in one place. So Tetris Forever doesn't have a release date yet, but it's planned to arrive later this year on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and the PC. And here's the full list of games included in Tetris Forever. Tetris, originally in 1984. Tetris, originally released on Spectrum Holobyte in 1988 for the Apple II. So the one before this was Tetris, released by Pajdanov in 84 for the Electronica 60. Then you got the third one, Tetris, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1988 on the Famicom. Hatris, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1990 on the Famicom. Tetris 2 plus Bombliss, originally released by Bulletproof Software in the 1990 Famicom system. Hatris, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 91 on the Game Boy. Hatris, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 92 on the NES. Super Tetris 2 plus Bombliss, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 92. Tetris Battle Gaiden, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1993 on the Super Famicom. Super Tetris 2 plus Bombliss Gentiman, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1993 on the Super Famicom. Super Tetris 3, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1994 on the Super Famicom. Super Bombliss, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1995 on the Game Boy. Super Bombliss, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1995 on the Super Famicom. Super Bombliss DX, originally released by Bulletproof Software in 1998 on the Game Boy. So, also included is Tetris Time Warp, a new game that is only available in this collection. Bam! Oh man, Tetris time, baby. I might have to check some of this out, man. I like me some Tetris.
I like Tetris too. Did you like Dr. Mario as much as Tetris, or didn't like it, or how did you feel about it?
With that.
I liked it, man. It's only a throwback. I've actually played it a little bit last week, man. Dr. Mario, I mean, it's similar to Tetris. You got these little viruses on there that you gotta. Basically, it's got certain points you got to match up with the blocks. So you got to, instead of just trying to match them up anywhere they go, you kind of match them up at certain points that are quote unquote viruses on there. It's cool. I think you would like it a lot.
I might have to check that out, man. Dr. Mario.
Yeah, same concept. You'll get it pretty quick.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
You ever do any mosaics?
You know what? I think I did one in high school art class, and that was it. Do you?
Not really, but I think it'd be cool. Some of that stuff's pretty cool looking.
I agree.
Well, a farm creates a massive Beetlejuice pumpkin mosaic by Ben Hooper. The British farm that holds the Guinness World Record for the largest pumpkin mosaic unveiled this year's gourd art, a tribute to the new film Beetlejuice. Farmer Ian Nilsson of Sunnyfields Farm near Totton, Hampshire, said the farm fans voted on the theme for this year's pumpkin mosaic, and 70% of votes went to the character played by Michael Keaton in Tim Burton's 1988 film and this year's sequel. The farm posted a video to Facebook showing a time lapse how the mosaic was created. Put there over 10,000 pumpkins and squashes in the mosaic. It took about 50 hours of planning on paper, and then we built it in one day with 15 people starting at 9:30 a.m. and finishing at 4:30 p.m. All the pumpkins in the mosaic are naturally colored. A lot of them are edible, and a lot of them are the same pumpkins we got around the fields that visitors can pick up, put in their wheelbarrow, and buy to take home, end quote. And it's not clear whether this year's mosaic will take the Guinness World Record from the Sunnyfields Farm 2023 mosaic, which depicted Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. That mosaic covered an area of 2,081 square feet.
Damn.
That's kind of cool looking. You can peep it on Facebook. I guess type in Sunnyfield Farms or something. There's a video time lapse. And kind of cool, man. A little bit, I don't know what you would call that. Kitschy?
Yeah, I kind of admire that kind of shit.
Is that even a word, dumbass?
I don't know. So, yeah, man. I've seen some of the like a regular mosaic and like, art and stuff. And I was looking at putting some, decorating my place and putting some stuff up. A lot of that shit's expensive though. So I didn't get any of it, but they had some cool looking shit.
Yeah. Women are really good for the decor part. I mean, it is what it is. I know people are going, oh, women just don't do that. Man, if I had a place to myself, it wouldn't really be decorated and shit. It would look like shit.
Well, I think it's like women go overboard, man. They put a bunch of pillows on shit and then like, other shit that doesn't matter. Like, who fucking has a fitted sheet that they actually use? I don't use that shit. I throw that shit in the trash. I buy a fucking, set of sheets, dude. I don't use a fucking fitted sheet. Like the top sheet or whatever that stupid shit is. There's not a purpose for it. And then you put a bunch of pillows on your bed like girls do. What are you doing with these pillows? You got to take them off out of fucking bed when you get in bed and then make it up and put all these pillows on it for who? I mean, not like people are coming in here looking at your fucking pillow decorating skills. So it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But
too much going on.
Yeah, a little bit of decoration, maybe some pictures and like shit like that's all right, whatever. But I don't get it to the point that like it gets crazy like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't either, but it is what it is. Such is life.
It is what it is, man.
It's my theme today. It is what it is.
Whoa.
The robots are going to kill us anyway, so.
They're going to kill us all. Robots from Tesla. Man, you like hot dogs?
Yeah, I do. Kind of like them more on the plain side. Do you like hot dogs?
Man, I'll fuck with a hot dog. I like them when they fucking get them real crisped up, like so they start breaking and shit.
Oh, I do like that too.
Crispers.
Crisper dogs.
Yeah. So, an Ohio-based eatery breaks world record for hot dog photos. By Ben Hooper. We love world records here. An Ohio-based restaurant chain teamed up with its fans to break the Guinness World Record for the most photos of hot dogs uploaded to Instagram in 1 hour. Cincinnati-based Skyline Chili celebrated its 75th anniversary by taking on the record-breaking challenge with the help of fans using the hashtag Skyline Chili World Record. The goal set by Guinness World Records have 500 wiener photos, and that number was more than doubled during the 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Wednesday window. A Guinness World Record adjudicator confirmed there were enough qualifying photos to take the record, although the official final number is still being tallied up. The first 250 Instagram users to participate in the challenge were rewarded with a $15 Skyline chili gift cards for diarrhea, and all the participants were entered into a drawing for the chance to win 500 free cheese coating dogs, a.k.a. chili dogs. Skyline's anniversary was also celebrated by Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Periville, who wrote on social media, 75 years of at Skyline Chili Time. Happy birthday, and thank you for all the ways you serve our city. Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yum. Skyline chili is nasty.
Yeah, it is nasty. I've had it. Didn't you know a girl named Hot Dog or something?
Yeah, M. Wiggy was the one that named her hot dog. It was
That's the worst nickname for a girl.
It was the worst nickname, and it was not even fitting. I mean, how was it? And also, too, man, once you name her that, and then everybody starts calling her that, we're talking about it 20 years later, it kind of ruined it a little bit. It took her down a few points, and she didn't even do anything.
So, did you know that was her nickname?
Hell no. If she would have, man, God. M. Wiggy would have been getting popped on that.
Yeah, damn.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
That's terrible.
Man, she's probably got like a family and everything. And like, man,
oh, she does now.
Her husband don't know that her nickname at one time was Hot Dog.
Hot Dog.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
That was pretty fucking funny, but oh god, what a fucking bad nickname for a girl. I don't know.
I don't know why he even came up with that one, man. It didn't fit her until it did.
That was a weird nickname, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like, man, that's doesn't really fit, but I guess it does.
Yeah, wasn't she kind of hot?
Yeah, very much so. That's why it's such a weird ass nickname.
God damn, hot dog.
Makes no damn sense. Damn Wiggy, damn it, you're ruining it for everybody.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. He knew how to give bad nicknames sometimes, and sometimes it was accurate, man. Like I said, now we all just say hot dog, and I don't know, it's bullshit.
Man, it's definitely funny, though.
It is funny as hell.
Oh, we have another world record before we are done with the news here. Now, you don't like spicy stuff, do you?
I like it sometimes, man. It works for me sometimes. What you got? And I'll tell you if I like it.
You like sriracha sauce?
I do, actually. Yeah, I can do some sriracha. I'll fuck with her.
I think sriracha is good because it's hot, but it's not bad.
No, I agree.
It's definitely, it's good. It's good.
It's unique. It's got its own taste.
Well, we got a guy here. It's a speed eater. He downs 2 pounds and 7 ounces of hot sauce in 3 minutes. Y'all know this is another Ben Hooper article. A Canadian speed eater added another world record to his name by eating 2 pounds and 7 ounces of hot sauce in 3 minutes. His name is Mike Jack. Who holds by the way, anybody with a double first last name like that, don't ever trust them.
No trouble.
Yeah. Like what's another one? Like Davis Jackson. That's a double last name, I guess. Or like Michael David, If it's either one of those variations, man, they
Ricky David. That's a wicked David there.
Yeah, double first name or double last name, first name. That's odd. Anyway, Mike Jack, who holds multiple Guinness World Record titles, is for speed eating and drinking, broke the record for the most hot sauce eaten in 3 minutes. On the same day, he broke the record for fastest time to drink a Capri Sun paper straw at the Guinness World Records headquarters in London. Jack used a spoon to eat 2 pounds and 7 ounces of sriracha hot sauce in the allotted time. Quote, a lot of people say your butt must burn a lot after you did that challenge, and quote, Jack told Guinness World Records. Quote, I've never actually experienced burned butt before. It's a genetic mutation. It's my superpower, I guess, end quote. Now, that's a shitty superpower.
Yeah. I love that he addressed the butt thing right away. Didn't even wait around for that.
Yeah, well, I guess I was kind of thinking that too, man.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Eating shit that's too hot, man. I don't know. I don't like it, man. I got this crab pasta, man, that I ordered, and it was good, man, but it was just too hot. It was like the mild version too, man, and it was hot. It was pretty fucking hot. It wasn't fucking bad, but it was hot enough, man. It was like I wouldn't regularly eat that hot. You know what I mean?
Right. No.
So it fucked with my stomach the next day too, man. Not only butt burn, but like I had this weird fucking tummy ache. So it fucking sucks.
Got the green apple splatters.
No, it wasn't that. It was just I had a tummy ache, and then like it did burn, but it wasn't bad. But it was just that shit was too hot, man. It was like too hot. Not fucking crazy hot, but like enough that like it's like uncomfortable and like I wouldn't eat it again. So, just man, I like a little kick, but like still got the flavors. So, that's what I like.
You think sriracha does that for you? What'd you put sriracha on? Did you have something like? I remember we've had it, but I don't remember what we really put on it. But I remember liking it. It's been a minute though, because it went out for a while, right? It was like hard to find for a minute.
Yeah, it's something with the peppers, or I couldn't remember what was going on with that. The exact fucking reason, but yes, I put it on like soup dumplings, or if I fucking get queso dip at the store, I'll put that in there to make it spicy a little bit.
Okay.
Or like nachos or, shit like that. Certain soups, it's good. So, yeah, I always keep a bottle or two just in case you need to make some food interesting. Not a bad fucking thing to have in your repertoire, if you will.
Repertoire?
Oh,
What it do?
yeah.
Baby knows about my repertoire, y'all. It's pretty hot and spicy, too.
Ugh.
Yo. I thought you and baby broke up.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, God. Is it back?
I'm thinking about it, y'all. No, I'm on.
Oh, man. You need to go on a date or something.
I'm on. Why don't you hook me up with somebody?
I don't know anybody, number one. Number two,
I mean, you got some shit to say or something?
no, I'm just saying, dude, I don't know anybody.
Hey, it sounds like you want to say some other shit, you fucking dumbass.
Hey, look, man, I don't know anybody, and also, you're kind of a dumbass.
You was gonna say some shit.
I'm playing, man. You're not. You're kind of weird, though.
I'm lying. Okay, yeah, dumbass.
Man, bad referrals.
Yeah, it's gonna make me look bad.
They're going to burn you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the fucking news out there, folks. I think it's time for a break. I might get me a still water with electrolytes. What are you? You got any alky in the place?
No, I had some the other night, but tonight, it's been a long day. Good travel day, good fun, man. Just a nice glass of water, my friend.
Glass of water?
I know. How silly is that? How terrible is that?
Oh, that's actually good. I'm drinking water. I have a bottle of wine in my fucking house. I ain't drinking that, though.
Where the hell? Wait, why?
Oh, was it last weekend? Last week? No, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, this girl came over and she brought wine.
Okay.
She bought me beer, and she had wine for herself, but I don't drink wine. But she left the shit here. I'm like, well, should I try it out? Maybe just sip on some? I don't know yet. It's a white wine.
I like white wine. I hate saying I fuck with it, but I will fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings on that shit. Red really fucks me over. I don't know what it is, dude. I can't fuck with that shit.
Tannins or some bullshit.
I guess they got a lot of nitrates up in there.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like I said, I'll drink it, but man, oh God, those wine headaches are the worst. God damn.
Yeah, that shit ain't no joke, dude.
Yeah, I can't stand that bullshit. But yeah, none for me tonight. I've been pretty good on it.
Well, that's good, man. Not drinking. I think I've been debating on just quitting drinking, man. Like if I go to a bar, maybe sip on a fucking seltzer water or something.
I've thought about it, man. I mean, I could. I mean, I honestly, I truly could. I'm lucky that I don't really have any vices to anything. If I really wanted to just not do it, I could. I don't want to because I do enjoy imbibing in the occasional cocktail or, happy dads. The problem is it's just, Saturday, get the boys over, hanging out, watching football. I just don't know how to pace myself. And I do enjoy the drinking, but God, I need to learn to just fucking pace myself. Can't do that very well. So maybe we should just try to quit. Or drink those canned waters. Hell,
Yeah, I do like a good canned water.
I'm with you, man. Let's do that instead.
But they got those THC drinks, but I don't know how. I think those are mostly placebo effect. If I could know I was getting the real shit, I might get down on that, but I feel like I'm getting scammed.
Yeah, we need like just 1% alcohol drinks or something.
I'll start drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, don't they still? It's like point something percent. It's like hardly any, right?
I don't know, I thought it didn't have anything in it, so I'm not sure really how that goes, man. I don't know. Somebody was telling me the point of drinking it, but I forgot. Because I was like, why the fuck would you drink that? And I don't think it was for taste, though. It was some like off-brand ass fucking reason. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, so a non-alcoholic beer can contain up to 0.5% by volume. So there's alcohol-free and non-alcoholic. So technically an NA beer has a little bit. I mean, 0.5% compared to a standard beer, what would you say, 4%, give or take? Yeah, I mean, 0.5%. So you're not getting really anything. So you'd still have to have like 8 of them to feel the effects of one beer, and you're probably not going to feel anything off one beer anyway. So I think that's like too little, man. I don't think I would really enjoy that. Yeah, what the fuck is the point of it? I get it if you're just wanting to fit in and like have a good time and still get the taste, but if I'm drinking all day, I think I'm just going to get annoyed with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just going to be pissing a lot.
Well, that's true. I could flush your system out or something.
Well,
All right. So the final on the Bills-Jets game, Bills 23, Jets 20. I know I picked the fucking Bills. So
yeah, I'll get that to the final tally because I did the other tallies earlier, and then I got to go back and yeah, you did. Good job, Grant Mills.
and we will get into those picks later on. So right now we'll go ahead and do a short break. Get some drinks and use the bathroom and whatnot, and we'll see you back here in 2 shakes. welcome back in. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Did you get you a little refreshment there, Joe Bailey?
I topped off my water a little bit. How about yourself?
Man, I poured a little cognac glass with this little white wine. It's going to taste.
Okay.
I have to take another break to take a shit. That might happen. I don't know. Wine is very weird with me, but I want to take a little sip right now.
Yeah, you need to swirl it, sniff it, lick the cork.
Those like where you like spit it into a bucket.
Yeah, so they do that kind of shit. I'm not very I don't know anything about that.
Oh man, hey man, this Christmas season, you and the old lady, man, take her out to the Biltmore and do that whole holiday thing. Or at some point, you should do that with your old the old ball and chain, man. I think that'd be a cool thing for you guys to go out and do.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Now was that damaged by the floods? Isn't that up there in Asheville?
Oh, you know what? I don't know if it was damaged, to be honest with you. That's something I'm not sure about.
I know you talked about that because you went a couple of years ago, right?
I did go. I think it was, man, this might have been in like 18 or 19. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's sort of festive when they do it up there. And they have wine tasting, actually. You can do that. They have like a big wine cellar down there. You can do wine tasting if you want. Oh, it's really cool. It's really really a cool fucking place to go, especially during like the holidays, because they decorate it all up and everything.
I like that, man. When we went to a museum this morning down in Montgomery, and it was pretty cool. The guy had a lot of enthusiasm. Old Civil War museum, and if you like history, took my nephew because he's out of school for fall break for a couple of days. I took the week off, wanted to get out. It was a quick stop, man, but it was really cool. Old place. I liked the guy's enthusiasm. He's an older guy, but he loved history, man. And he wasn't telling it from any perspective from a side. He was just telling you what happened at the house, and he was talking about how they decorate it for Christmas, and told me to come back, bring my wife and kids, and man, it kind of got me into that stuff. I'm glad to see as we get older, man, we've kind of, I wouldn't think I'd ever get into it, but the way he was talking about it, and man, you ought to check it out. It's kind of what you're talking about, the Biltmore, man. I think there's a lot of, there's something to that. I want to see that, man. I try to get into the holidays as I've gotten older. It used to be going up to the upper deck, laughing when hot dog came in, passing out under a pool table, and then, going home the next day and not caring. But man, dude, I think it's kind of as you get older, man, maybe you agree or disagree, but it's kind of stop and smell the roses. Enjoy that small stuff, man.
Well, you've never been to the Biltmore, so
no, not at all.
Yeah, you should go, man. It's like, I know you like history, so there's a lot of history with the Vanderbilts and everything.
Oh,
and so that's they have a museum, and like I don't know, it's the bottom of it or something too, or it's kind of they got some stuff, and like the indoor swimming pool I thought was really interesting. They had this swimming pool, dude, but it doesn't look like a swimming pool. It was really odd. I was trying to imagine it like filled up, and it's like, man, this is like kind of freaky, like what it looked like and stuff, but it's really fucking interesting.
I'm going to check it out, man. I'd like to see it. It did say they are temporarily closed right now due to Tropical Storm Helene. I couldn't find much more. It does say there was floods from the area, but I don't think that it's, let's see, the entrance to Biltmore and other low-lying areas, such as its farm, experienced significant wind, flooding, and building damage. Man, that storm really was fucked up. That was wild. But
yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, it looks like most of it's okay, which is really good to hear, and they'll be back to, it's not as bad as it could have been at the Biltmore. However, all the other people that got messed up by that storm, positive vibes for you. That being said, man, I'm going to keep that on the bucket list because that place is absolutely stunning. That is just gorgeous.
Yeah, when I went to it last time, man, it was some flooding going on or something, so we couldn't go through the front, so I had to go around the other way. It was like an 8-hour fucking... Like, it was in fucking traffic for hours, dude. It was fucking excruciating. It was worth it, man. So, got a little bit of useless trivia for you before we get into the vintage game review.
I love it.
I'm going to give you 3 seconds to answer this question. You cannot use Google or the computer.
All right, hands in my lap.
All right. So, what was the first DVD ever released?
Oh, God. First DVD ever released. God, 3 seconds. Roseanne.
Where's my fucking thingamadood? Damn it. I used to have a fucking buzzer thing on here, and I don't know where the hell it went. I think I took it off and put another fart noise in there.
Oh, it looks like Light Bright's in the chat. Hello, Light Bright. Good to hear from you. Aloha.
What up? Aloha. Hello. Hope you're doing well. The answer to this question is the first DVD released, what was this, 1997? Yes, the first movie DVD released in the U.S. was Twister, which was released on March 25th, 1997. Did you ever see that movie? I think they made a sequel, too.
Yeah, I did see that movie, man.
Yeah. What'd you
Pretty
think
good.
of it?
I liked it. I'm a Bill Paxton fan, man. I really like Bill Paxton a lot.
Oh, yeah. He did. Rest in peace, Bill. I think he's dead, right?
He passed away a couple years ago, man, and he was such an underrated. You know what? I wouldn't even say he's underrated as much as just under the radar. I think he's one of those actors that could probably go by in an airport. He's not going to get mobbed. But you would look at him and be like, man, I know that guy. But he's been in so many iconic movies, dude. He's fucking great. That being said, love Twister. Great movie. And apparently the first one on DVD. That's pretty cool.
What'd you think about old Helen Hunt back in the day?
I never saw the appeal to her. I don't know why she was cast in anything. She was terrible.
Sure, man. I thought she was almost doable, but there was like something off, like a chromosome was off or something. Like, I don't know. I never really thought she was attractive, but like a lot of people thought she was.
I don't know fucking why, man. You know what makes me so mad? I had this conversation with my wife because we both love the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. It's a wonderful, unique, creative movie. Tom Hanks in anything is just about, box office gold. And she was in there as his love interest, and it doesn't ruin the movie because she's not in it nearly enough, but she's just so terrible.
She ain't got no upper lip, y'all.
Maybe that's it.
She did have really thin, wispy lips. So I like voluptuous lips, you know.
I do too, and she just comes off as a bitch. I don't know if that's her acting style, but she just in that movie was just terrible, and just her voice is bad. No, I am. She could be the coolest person in real life, man, but just as a movie star, if you could even say she's a movie star, just as an actress, I've always found her I just don't like her, man. Just do not like her. There's some people you don't like, and I do not like her at all.
Yeah, she kind of falls in the category of like Jodie Foster. I never thought she was really, and like Meg Ryan also.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I see that with Jodie Foster, man. But dude, she was so good in Silence of the Lambs. But that role fit her. That role, she was not trying to be the attractive. She was trying to be an FBI agent. That's what made that a good, suitable role for her. Helen Hunt as a love interest in a movie just doesn't make sense. If she was like a uninterested real estate agent, I could see that. But as the love interest of somebody, I just don't get it, dude. Terrible.
Well, she's got to be somebody's love interest,
I guess so.
Other women need love too, motherfucker.
Yeah. You do have a point there, Wiz, but Light Bright, what's up with you? Hope everything's going good, man. I love to see Light Bright and folks come in and hang out with us, and if you want to chop it up, you can definitely come on the vocal. If you want to just chill, that's cool too, because we're just hanging out tonight, baby. I hope all's good with you and doing good out there in Texarkana, man. So yeah, little piece of trivia there. It's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Helen Hunt, I mean, you thought she looked not good back then. Now she all wrinkled up and stuff. But I think she was a bona fide, like, I don't know. I guess she was kind of a movie star because she's done a lot of big films and stuff. But I'm kind of like you. I'm not sure how she got there. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I've looked at her. I didn't know. I'm looking at. Well, she was married to Hank Azaria, I guess, for a year back in
was she really
1999
wow.
to 2000. But yeah, God, man, I just don't get it, man. I never have seen it. I don't understand. She just angers me.
Hank Azaria, man, he was kind of a hunk back in the day.
Yeah, and he was talented and
good-looking guy, definitely talented.
Good-looking, talented, funny. Everything Helen Hunt is not.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm here to just shit on Helen Hunt for the rest of the time. Yeah, you struck a nerve, man. I literally had this conversation a few months ago when we were watching Castaway that she was just absolutely poorly cast in that movie. That movie was wonderful in every way. Tom Hanks, brilliant, writing, great, uniqueness off the chart. And then he comes back, and 4 years, that's what you thought about? You had a picture of her on an island for 4 years, and that's what you had to look at? Yeah, I'd throw that bitch on the ocean. We rather look at and whack off to a damn jellyfish that washed up.
Ooh, damn, man. Brutal.
Maybe she slept away with a 10%.
I don't know how, man. I don't know. I really don't know how some people do get up there. Some kind of fucking, just some kind of mystique or something. I don't know.
I guess, man. I actually looked at her bio.
Somebody.
Yeah, apparently she had to do full frontal nudity in the 2012, the movie The Sessions. I will not watch that. I have zero interest in seeing that.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, you found something I can go on and on about my dislike for her. But I don't want to do that. Back to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
Back to your regularly scheduled podcasting. All right. Well, let's see. We'll go ahead and get into the vintage gaming review coming right at you. So this week we have a classic Sega Genesis title, Alien Syndrome. Alien Syndrome is a run-and-gun video game developed by Sega and released in arcades in 1987. Later ported to the Master System that same year. The game utilizes a side-scrolling feature that allows the player to take control of either a male, Ricky, or a female, Mary, soldier whilst hunting aliens and saving hostages before they run out of time. Alien Syndrome was released with a strong opening, becoming one of Sega's best-selling video games for the Master System. Generally, it had positive reviews with praise towards gameplay, character design, sounds, and horror theme. It was included as a bonus game in the Genesis compilation game Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection 2009. A sequel of the same name was released in 2007 to a strong negative response from critics. You got two players. You control two soldiers, which we just identified as Ricky and Mary, who fight their way through large eight-way scrolling levels while rescuing their comrades who are being held by aliens. At the beginning of each level, a time bomb is set on board the infested ship, and the players must complete their task before it runs out, which will result in the ship being destroyed. After they have rescued a certain number of hostages, the exit opens and they can pass through it in order to fight the end of level Guardian. If this monstrosity is defeated before time runs out, they are able to then move on to the next stage. Once all 7 levels are completed, the game starts over again with more aggressive aliens and less time on the countdown to finish the levels. Alien Syndrome features 2-player simultaneous gameplay and pickups, including better weapons and maps of the current level. It looks like it was ported to the Master System, MSX, Amiga, Atari ST, Amstrad, CPC, Commodore 64, Famicom, ZX, Spectrum Game Gear, and X68000. So I did play this one. I have a handheld console that has a lot of retro games on it. Through like arcade, Sega, Nintendo DX, Super Nintendo. I'm just going to be honest on this game. It sucks. The game is not fun. It's got a weird, over-the-top kind of viewpoint. I would not download this game or get a port or anything. It's lame. Not a good game. Not really worth it. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. Yeah. So don't play this game. It's a waste of time. I mean, as somebody who likes vintage gaming, yeah, not good. Just go ahead and overlook that. So get something better. Maybe I don't know. Anything might be better than this game. So I'm gonna give that a do not Do not do. I want to ask you something, Wiggy. I know you like horror movies, right?
Love horror movies.
I don't know if Light Bright likes horror movies. I'm going to pose this question to her as well. This movie, what is it? The Terrorizer? Have you heard of this?
The Terrorizer. I don't think I've heard of that. Is it a new movie?
Hold on. Now I got it. I think it's called The Terrorizer. I think there's like...
The Terrifier?
Terrifier. I think it's the Terrifier, maybe. Okay, Terrifier.
Oh.
Yeah. There's 3 of them, and I think they just came out with the 3rd one. Yeah, Terrifier. And it's supposed to be like pretty bad, pretty gory. They said like people was throwing up in the movie and stuff. Yeah, Terrifier 3 is the latest one. And, you know, I'm not a real big horror dude. I don't like those kind of movies so much. But I know you like that shit. I don't guess you've seen any of these.
I have not. I do love horror movies. I love suspense and thrillers and, you know, spooky movies. The gore, I like Saw and things like that, man. I think I like the first couple of those. They wore out their welcome, and anything that succeeded that, and I think this falls in that category, probably wasn't really up my alley.
I got you. You're probably like more of a storyline. Well, I don't know if these movies even have it. I guess I'm presuming that it's more about the gore with this type of thing. But
I think they go for that. I saw that, and I saw that article, and people were talking about it. Man, I don't really dig the whole let's try to make people disgusted and horrified and cut their heads off and slash them up. I think there's points in movies where that may make sense, but if that's your whole initiative for the movie to just try to make people throw up and shit, dude, I mean, to me, that, you know, you just can't tell a story, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like a gimmick or something.
Right. I agree with that. So
I got you. What's the last really good horror movie that you've seen?
the last,
Light Bright and Jay Wiggy.
you know what? I can't remember the last one that I've watched, but there's a couple I always recommend, especially being October, man. One is The Witch, Robert Eggers movie. He's really good. I think The Witch is one of my favorites. I would put that up there as a good horror movie. Really creepy. The Mist was another good. Yeah, The Mist was a good movie, man. I watched that not too long ago, and you know it's been around a long time. I think it wasn't M. Night Shyamalan. I could be wrong, but I think so. Or a Stephen King remake. It's one of those, and it was good, man. It was really interesting. And we talked about Bill Paxton, man, a movie that I'd always recommend. That's not really horror, but it's scary and spiritual and creepy. Frailty, movie called Frailty, man. Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey, went under the radar. I think it was back in 2005, 2003, somewhere around there. I know me and M. Wiggy went to see it at the movie theater. And, dude, really scary. So if I had something to recommend for Halloween season that's more my style, The Witch, really good movie. Frailty, great movie. And The Mist. So there you go.
Okay, I might have to check that one out. Let's see. You know what? I'm thinking. I'm going to check something real quick. You like Wes Craven?
Love Wes Craven. Yeah, really good stuff.
Okay. Well, I know I've talked about this movie before, The Serpent and the Rainbow. That's not Bill Paxton, though. It's Bill Pullman. I always get those fuckers mixed up sometimes. Have you seen that one?
Man, you know what? We talked about that last year, and for some reason, I think we talked about it, and I thought I'd try to find it online, and I don't think I could find it when we talked about it last time. Is it available now, or?
I don't know. I think it probably would be, but I might be.
It's gotta
wrong.
be.
Yeah, if I was to search for it,
Yeah, Light Bright. She was here when we talked about it too. I remember when we talked about it. I remember we were going to look at it, but I think I looked it up, and let's see, Amazon Prime has it now. Maybe they didn't back then. You have really good reviews. I will rent that. I might actually watch it tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah, tell me what you think about it. I saw it a long time ago, and I think I tried to watch it again. Not really recently, but at some point I think I might have got too fucked up or something, and it just fucking...
Everybody does that.
And I didn't finish it, but I might give it a go, too, and we'll see. But I remember it being scary as fuck when I first saw it way back in the day, but that's all I took away from it, and I don't remember a lot about it, except I think it was some voodoo shit, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it has the byline here. What was it? A man goes to Haiti to retrieve a powder that has the power to bring Damn it. It went to the next one. It has the power to bring humans back from the dead and find Helen Hunt attractive. Damn.
Whoa.
No, just scratch that. I'm gonna beat that like a dead horse tonight. No, I love the voodoo stuff, man. There's actually some really good stories I've read recently about how they used to do that, or quote unquote how they did it, how it was said and reported to be done, that they used different plants, powders, I would assume, in the Caribbean islands, and they would give those to people in their food or whatever, and that's how they became quote unquote zombies.
Oh, zombies. That damn Wes Craven has had a lot of good movies out there. So
yeah, there's actually they've got it now on Amazon Prime. Classic supernatural horror. Some of these movies are really good. Halloween, I think that's a rental. But Children of the Corn, man, I remember watching that as a kid. Scared the fuck out of me.
People Under the Stairs.
Oh, great movie, man. Such a weird movie, especially the ending. Aren't they all walking out in the street and shit?
I don't think I've ever seen it. That's another Wes Craven, right?
Yeah, I think so. The Shining, great movie. Maximum Overdrive. Man, Child's Play, as a kid, Child's Play was one that I did not touch. I watched, unless I was watching it with my brother, man, I'd watch it with him, Wiggy. I'd get down for sure with him, man. But if it was me by myself as a kid, dude, Child's Play scared the fuck out of me. So did Pet Sematary, but I love Pet Sematary. Great movie.
Chucky. That's Child's Play, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, man. Those are like classic 80s horror films.
Love it, man. Man, remember USA Up All Night?
Oh, yeah. Man, the 80s had some of the like coolest fucking horror flicks, man. Some of them were so fucking ridiculous, but it was like, I don't know, they just had so many good ideas, it seemed like, back then.
Yeah.
You'd go to like fucking Video Express and like go look in the horror section. There was all these crazy fucking VHS covers and stuff. I remember looking at them and all like crazy, like fucked up movies that you would see when you're a kid, man. They had some cool artwork and stuff on there.
Oh, that artwork, man, was great. One of my favorite pieces of horror art is what you used to see on the old haunted house attractions. When it came to the fair, it had that old, like, airbrush style monsters and creepy skulls. It almost looked like the cover of a Dio album or some shit. Holy diver. Yeah,
the first Power. Did you ever see that one?
I don't think I did.
That one looks kind of fucking crazy. I remember seeing that, like, I don't know. I was 1990, yeah. So that was the year I went to New York, and I think it was like I saw it like on one of those theaters, like they have the little shit outside, and it had the freaky pentagram and the first part. It's Lou Diamond Phillips is in that one.
Oh man, what happened to him?
I don't know, man. He kind of fucking got old, I guess. That fucker's like, how old is he now? He's 62. So he's been out there for a while. He was in Young Guns, I think. And a lot of fucking movies, La Bamba. I think his fucking like time was the 80s, man. That's like when he was really doing shit. But yeah, Lou Diamond. Lou Diamond Phillips. Yeah. That's a cool name, man. Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, that's pretty badass name. It seems like he's been in some more recent shit. What have you been seen in that I've seen recently? Because I know his face too well.
He's probably done some little shit, but I can't think of anything lately. But yeah, classic fucking classic actor.
Lou Diamond Phillips, good for him. Man, you seem like you're in a horror mood. Are you watching anything in particular? Looking for recommendations? Are you feeling the Halloween spirit?
Man, I'm trying to get into it, man. We got some cooler weather coming in next week. I might try to get on the Amazon Prime and look at some fucking horror flicks this evening or throughout the next couple of weeks as well. Just kind of trying to get into the festive mood, if you will.
Yeah, let's get the homeboys over, man. We'll put the TV outside, get a heater out there, watch some horror movies, drink some bourbon and shit.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's go to some haunted trails. Man, that's a scary shit right there. Them haunted trails, man. I never did that shit as a kid, but man, some of them people get killed out there, though. I've heard of some fucking like accidents and stuff. So
yeah.
So that's a little much, but the haunted trails, man, that's certainly some shit.
Yeah, we need to go find some real ones, some old graveyards that are reported to be haunted and shit like that.
Oh man. Well, let's go ahead, and time is running a bit down. I don't want to, because I got a 2-hour thing, and it cuts me off.
Ooh.
So let's get into some fucking picks, baby. All right. How did that fucking, I think my picks went into the toilet with the turds last week.
You're gonna be unhappy and then pleasantly happy. Let's go NCAA real quick. We're on borrowed time. Wiss somehow pulled out of his ass a 6 out of 7 on the games. Congratulations, Wiss. That was the best last week for NC double picks. Oh yeah, 5 out of 7 for me. Grant Mills, 3 out of 7. Not the best, but you know what though? Look at the games that we had. Most of them were close. A lot of upsets. You weren't bad. What's weird is on these picks, I was better than the actual picks that I do in a group. I don't know why I don't go back and reference these picks because then I go and fuck them up later. That said, we did over-unders last week on NFL. Kind of a fun challenge. Straight up, Wiss had a terrible NFL week, 3 for 14. I did the over-unders on the games that you picked the heads-up winner. So out of the 3 games that he chose, he was accurate 1 out of 3 on the over-under. Grant Mills, you did really well on... You and I did both well. I did 13 out of 14 straight-up picks.
Oh, wow. Nice.
On NFL. But out of those 13, I only was right on the over-under 4 out of 13 times, so that's not that good. You, on the other hand, were 12 out of 14 for your NFL picks. Really good. But, man, you were 8 for 12 on the over-unders of those games.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so your over-unders, man, you nailed that. I mean, you were... That's good. That's 75%, man. I was about a quarter, so...
I need to start making some bets.
Man, go that over-under, man, because you hit those on the mark, so well done, man.
Broke. I lost it all.
Oh, no, this sucks.
Let's get into some college picks.
Gotcha, man. I got 5 this week. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and simple, man. We got, the third Saturday in October. I am a little nervous about that. How you feeling about Alabama and Tennessee this week? Number 7 at number 11.
That's a 50 ball, but I'm going to go Bama.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bama, man. I hate saying it, but I think they bounce back, and I hope they do soon. Wiss.
I'm going to call the upset Tennessee, yeah.
Hard to argue that logic, man. Number 24, Michigan, which is weird. Michigan at 24. At 22, Illinois. What you got on that one, Grant Mills?
I'm going to go Michigan.
I think Michigan has it. I was going to go with the upset, but I think Michigan beats Illinois. What you got, Wiss?
I'm going to go with Illinois, yeah.
All right, fine.
I was thinking about Michigan for a second. Was he? Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah, it's hard not to, man. They've always been good. This is going to be a great game, man. Number 5, Georgia at number 1, Texas. Who you got on that one?
Oh, man, I think I might go Texas on this.
I'm going to go Texas. They look like the only dominant team, but I think Georgia's going to actually give them a little bit of I think they're going to fluster them a little bit. What you got, Wiss?
GA all day, y'all.
G all day.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good game, man. Number 12, Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. I'm actually going upset on this one. Georgia Tech. What you got, Grant Mills?
Notre Dame's been doing a lot better since that one booty-ass win they had. Loss that they had earlier in the season. I'm gonna go Notre Dame on this.
Nice. And I said Yellow Jackets. Wiss, who you got?
I'm going Notre Dame, yeah.
And, man, just because it's top 25, some SEC, Auburn needs a much-needed win, but they're going to be at number 19, Missouri. Grant Mills, who you got?
Man. Sheesh. Man, I'm going to go Missouri on this one.
For some reason, I see Auburn with an upset. I'm going to stick with my gut feeling and go Auburn with the upset.
I'm picking those Tigers out of Auburn, yeah.
Which one?
That's right. Tigers.
Oh, man, too many Tigers. All right. That is your 5 that I got for this week. The other games were a little booty, man. I want to focus on the good ones. These are some great ones coming up. Lots of SEC showdowns. Roll Tide. Hopefully they get back on track. Grant Mills, I'll hand it to you for the NFL pick'ems.
All right, let's hit these NFL pick'ems. We'll do the over-under as well. Oh, baby. So, first game, Denver versus New Orleans. Denver at New Orleans. The line is -2. Denver over under 37.5. What do you think?
I'm going to go New Orleans under.
Well, you know what? They both suck. I'm going to go Denver with the under.
I'm going New Orleans with the over, yeah.
All right. We got the Sunday slate. New England at Jacksonville. The line is Jacksonville at -5.5. Over under 42.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jacks under.
Whew, they both suck too. I'm going to go Jacksonville with the under. All right. Seattle at Atlanta. ATL -3 over under 50.5.
God damn. I'm going to go ATL. I'm still going under.
Yeah, that's a high. I'm going to go ATL under.
Hey, I see. Yeah.
He's picking all the fucking opposites.
This ain't fucking tic-tac-toe.
All right, Tennessee Titans at Buffalo. We got Buffalo -8.5 and over under at 42.5.
I like Buffalo on this one. I could see the over hit, and I'm going to go over.
Man, I'm going to go Buffalo over.
Ooh, Buffalo under.
Cincinnati at Cleveland. I want to see Wes pick this one. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cincinnati -4.5 over under 43.5.
I like Cincy. I'm going to go over.
I like Cincinnati with the under.
Oh, shit, yeah. I'm going to go Cincinnati with the under.
All righty. Houston at Green Bay. Green Bay -2.5. And then the over under 47.5.
I like Houston this year a lot, man. I'm going to stick with Houston, and I'm going to go over on that one.
I'm going to say Houston with the over as well.
I'm going Green Bay with the under.
Okay, Miami at Indianapolis. Indianapolis -3.5. And over under 43.5.
I'm going to go Indy. I'm going to go over on that one. I like Indy, and I think this can be some firepower here.
I'm going to go Indianapolis with the under.
I got NCAA with the under.
God. Detroit at Minnesota. Minnesota -2.5. And then over under 49.5.
God, Detroit looks so good. I'm going to stick with that momentum, Detroit. You said 49.5. God, it looked good this weekend. I'm going to go over.
Man, they blew out what you call it, Dallas. But Dallas. I'm going to go Detroit over.
I'm going to Minnesota under, yeah.
Man, your shit's going to be fucked up next week.
3-4
Shit. All right, we got Philadelphia at New York Giants. Philadelphia -3.5. And then 42.5 on the over under.
I'm going to go Philly. I'm going to go over.
I'm going to go Philadelphia, but I'm going to go under.
I'm going down with I'm going to New York over, yeah.
Man, they suck hard. Las Vegas at Los Angeles Rams. LA Rams -5.5. And then 43.5 over under.
Whew. I'm going to go LA Rams. I'm going to go under.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rams. I'm going to pick the under as well.
Las Vegas over, yeah.
Carolina at Washington. Washington -7.5 over under 52.5.
Washington under.
Yeah, Washington under.
Hey, Carolina over, yeah.
God, it's terrible.
just hand him his betting tickets already torn up.
No. Kansas City at San Francisco. San Francisco -1.5 over under 46.5.
I'm gonna go KC on this one. I'm gonna go over.
I'm going KC over, baby.
San Fran under, yeah.
I knew it. New York Jets at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh -2 over under 36.5.
I'm gonna go Pitt. God, that seems like a push game. I think 36 is just about right on the money. I'll go a tick over, so over.
I'm going to go New York Jets with the under.
Hey, I'm going Pittsburgh with the under, yeah.
All right, then we got a double header on next Monday.
Hell yeah.
Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Baltimore -3.5 over under 48.5.
I like Baltimore a lot. Baltimore under.
I'm going to go ahead and go Baltimore on the over.
Oh, Tampa Bay under, yeah.
And then Los Angeles Chargers at Arizona. Los Angeles Chargers -2.5 over under 43.5.
AZ's weird, man, but they surprised me to terror. I'm going to go AZ just to shake things up, and I'll go under.
I'm going to go Chargers under.
I'm going to go Arizona over, yeah.
All right. We got Chicago and Dallas on the bye week. Those are the picks, everyone. So there you go for your NFL picks week 7. So there'll be some nice football action this weekend. Yeah. Oh, it is about that time, folks. Oh, wow. That's so loud.
Yeah, you jumped on it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby. So, I hope all you guys have a great weekend coming up. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to keep a positive attitude. We got lower temperatures, no more butt sweat, hopefully for a little while. Jay Wiggy, before we get out of here, you have any words of wisdom and or thoughts before we...
Yeah, final thoughts, man. I think we had a great podcast. We talked about the cold weather coming in. October's here, man. Just to recap those movies that I gave you guys, if you're looking for something, I'm going to give the Serpent and the Rainbow a try this week. But I said Frailty, great movie to try, man. The Witch, awesome movie. The Mist, great movie. I said I didn't like gory, but if you really want to get into something, The Sessions, it shows Helen Hunt frontal nudity, or American Pickers Season 1, debut in Frankfurt.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Frank Fritz, man. Damn. All right, Rich, you got any words of wisdom?
Still a little baby, y'all. I'm here.
All right. Hope all you guys like a good weekend. Check out the old episodes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming and hanging out, like, right? We'd love to have you come in and hang out with the
Every
boys.
Monday.
Every Monday. 9:30 in the dirty. Check out the old episodes. Hit the follow, subscribe button, y'all. And I hope you have a great weekend. We out. Brody, get in the cello.